tonight. Mickey, I need some help. I'm at a disadvantage. Um, in
My,
years past, the battles that I've been, exposed to, I was 100% in the loop. I was in the know. You know what I'm saying? Biggie and Tupac, LL and Cannabis, State Property versus Beanie Siegel. State Property, D Block, Jay Z versus Nas. I've always been in the loop. This battle right here, it came as a surprise, and I needed a life preserver to keep up with what's going on. So that's why I called you in here tonight. Prior to this live stream, I got on here with my audience yesterday, and I told them, I said, man, this is the nerd battle because it's a lot of shit going on. It's a lot of shit going on that I haven't seen before. But bear with me. The J. Cole incident, that was one of the reasons that contributed to me calling this the nerd battle. And then after that, we had the interjection of some artificial intelligence. That too was some bullshit to me. You know what I'm saying? So I called you here tonight because this shit is going really, really fast. The wheels are turning really, really fast. And I'm very familiar with the pendulum. And I watch your lyrical breakdowns. So I wanted you to interject and offer some type of assistance on what's going on right here. Now, before I got on here with you, I had to go listen to Meet the Grams.
okay.
That is the coup de grace, in my opinion. I think that just severed the neck from the head from the body. That Mickey, tell me what the fuck is going on, man. And did this? Hold on. Something else. Daylyt, which takes us back to a song that was written over 3 years ago. How did this go under the radar? This Daylyt, this song, "Cats Out the Bag."
So you want me to tell you about Cats Out the Bag?
Yeah. Let's start there, please, because that just came out of nowhere, and I look back and it's 3 years old, and it's fire as a motherfucker. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So let's start from "Cats Out the Bag," please. Could you give me some history on what's going on right now?
Yeah. So, first of all, you my bro. Appreciate you for reaching out. You know what I'm saying? And thank you for trusting in me with your platform. We have history from the Royce situation and obviously the Wu-Tang situation.
Right.
All right, so Daylyt is a troll.
Okay.
So he just decided one day he wanted to diss Drake. That's all that's all it was to it. It wasn't this whole big thing. He just wanted to diss Drake. And that was that.
Right.
It wasn't like this big backstory. He just wanted to diss Drake. And that was it.
But the things that he said within the song, is there credibility to this? He flat out said that he wrote back to back.
No, he didn't write back to back.
So this masterpiece of a diss record is a troll song.
Yes.
What the fuck? What the fuck, man? All right. Now that we got that out the way, we probably gonna come back to that. Well, during this euphoria situation,
Right.
Kendrick Lamar had a line where he said, "Your best work is a light pack." Can you give me some footnotes on that statement?
Oh, that's not about Daylyt. That's just he's just calling it a light pack. This is a light pack of work. It's not about
Okay.
Daylyt. It's not about Daylyt. Let's just put it like this. Daylyt, that's my man. When we get off this line, I could send you a AI Daylyt Drake song. And
Right.
you tell me if he wrote back to back or not.
I don't like all of this witchcraft and shit that's going on. That's what upset me about the about Drake using Tupac and Snoop Dogg. This shit wasn't always included in battles and shit like that, man. All of this science and shit. What you think about that whole artificial intelligence thing that happened?
So, for me, and this is just for me personally, I came up, I grew up in Soundview. But even though I grew up in the Soundview section of the Bronx, I had both my parents. And we lived in a nice house. So I had to go get a job. So I went and had a job. And I got my first apartment when I was 18 years old. And this is a reason why I'm saying all of this.
Okay.
I had a computer at my job 2001, 2002. And I was on the internet at work all day long. I'd be on Black Planet talking to girls. I'd be on hip hop forums discussing rap. And at this time, nobody in the hood had a computer. The only computers was at the library. Niggas wasn't going to the library to get on the computer, right? There was no sidekick, none of that, right? So niggas wasn't even privy to the internet. So I was on the internet talking to people all over the world. And the consensus from the hood, because I was living in Harlem at the time, niggas like, yo, the internet shit is whack. You could get caught up with a stalker. You get caught up with if you were a woman, you could get captured and kidnapped. So that was the thought process of our people for a very long time. And we got passed. They passed us when it came to the internet, right? Right now, AI is the future. Point blank, period. No matter how we try to slice it, no matter how we try to cut it. And it is going to infiltrate every aspect of life, especially music. Do I think people should be using AI to write their rhymes? No, but there should be creative ways to use AI. Also, auto-tune is AI. Everybody that's watching this, if you Google auto-tune and say, if you ask Google, is auto-tune AI? It will say yes, auto-tune. We've been using auto-tune since 2002. So auto-tune has
Hold on.
been, go ahead.
Now, is auto tune and the thing that Roger Troutman was using, is that two different things?
That's two different things. That's a vocoder.
Okay.
Right? Auto-tune is when you sing in the booth and then you augment the voice to hit notes. That's artificial intelligence, right? I am not condoning changing, I'm not condoning Drake changing his voice to sound like Snoop. I'm not condoning him changing his voice to sound like Pac. But we need to find creative ways to use AI. Let's say you, Gully, wanted to get a grant, right? And a grant is 500 pages, but you have the thought of what you want the grant to be. And you don't want to sit here and type out, that might take you months. You can literally go on AI, give AI what you want the grant to be about, and it'll flesh it out and you'll have it in 10 minutes. That's the power of AI. And us as Black people, we gotta use it for the betterment and the good, right? Another thing, my man hit me 2 days ago, Gully. He was like, yo, he's a producer. He sent me this record. He was like, yo, I'm gonna sample this record. I heard it. I was like, yo, this is a crazy sample. Where's it from? He said, I just wrote the lyrics and put it into the AI, and the AI made the person sing, made the beat, and now he don't gotta pay for samples. Now he can just chop the AI produced music that was created from the 70s, but he made it in like literally 5 minutes. Now he can chop it up like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now, mind you, I'm gonna send the same song to you too. I sent that song to Pete Rock. I said, yo, what you think about this? He said, yo, this is crazy. I wanna use this as a sample. Where did it come from? I said, it's AI. He said, are you serious? I said, yes. He was like, well, I could take this and not have to worry about clearing a sample. That's the power of AI. Not using it for bad, using it for good. Like, we just got to figure out how to do it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay, I'm glad that you was able to put that in the layman's terms so we could understand it, because every example that I've seen so far is had a negative connotation attached to it.
Right.
Um, First off, we're gonna start from the top. J. Cole tapped out. What did you think about that? At the very, very beginning of this, and the record that he put out at the time, I thought it was a good record. I thought it was dope. and he tapped out. What's your opinion on that?
Hated it
Hated it too.
with all my heart. Hated it.
Go ahead and let me know, how, your thoughts on it when he actually released the diss record and then came back and apologized days later. How did that rub somebody like yourself who have a has a battle rap background?
I didn't even really kind of like the record. I thought the record was like it sounded like he didn't want to do the record. You know what I'm saying? So I said that on Twitter, I was like, yo, this sound like somebody made him do this.
Hmm.
I was like, I'm not really feeling it. I mean, he was rhyming, but I ain't really feeling what he's saying. It's not enough. And then 2 days later, he apologized, and I was like, well, that makes sense. And then he said it. He was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling this. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So for me, I hated that he did that. If you're gonna if you're gonna do something like that, do it with Kendrick on stage with you. Like, yo, me and Kendrick, we spoke. He here with me. Yo, we piecing it up. Yo, that's the past. Do what you got to do, fam. And then that's how you do it. Now you got a moment in hip hop, right? And then you keep your record up. Just keep it up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You ain't got to respond, but bring him on stage with you. Him doing it by himself, sitting down. Again, we from the era of D Block and State Property and the P Cutter mixtapes. Like, that don't fly, man. That's crazy. It's insane. Yo,
Good.
yeah, I'm good. Was
Like,
that me or you?
oh, I think it was my live stream. All right, we good. After hearing Meet the Grams this evening and shit, I said to myself, damn, I see why Cole got the fuck out the way and shit. That's my opinion on it. What you think about this Meet the Grams, man? That was like really, really, it got dark. That shit got dark.
Yo, man, I was on live. I was on IG live listening to Family Matters with Drake, and all I saw was comments. Kendrick drop, Kendrick drop, Kendrick drop. I was like, why y'all trolling? Because he dropped early in the morning. I was like, there's no way he dropped. And then I'm listening to it, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. That's the first diss record that we got. You know what I'm saying? And this whole exchange, that's the
I
actual
agree.
first diss
I
record that
agree.
we got.
That's the first kill shot.
That's the first kill shot.
Yeah, exactly.
I loved it. I love it.
Does it seem like somebody within OVO was leaking information? Like, where does one get all of this information? Like, does it seem like somebody on the inside is talking?
I don't know anymore. I was thinking so, but I don't know anymore. Now it's kind of shaky. They denying it. You know, Drake is denying the daughter.
Yeah,
You know, um, I don't know. And obviously, we were supposed to get on earlier today, but you
yeah.
could see Kendrick dropped an hour ago. Did you see that? Did you hear that?
I didn't hear it yet. Somebody sent it to me right before we got on here, but I didn't get to digest it yet.
He dropped an hour ago, and he's not talking about the daughter. No, now he's talking about the pedophile and the sex trafficking. He's
Yeah.
talking about that. So I feel like there might be a leak, but I don't know. Like, it's ambiguous. I can't call it. This shit is crazy, man.
Is there history to this? Is there history to this thing between them two? Because it seemed
Yeah,
like it's one of them situations where, okay, okay, now let's do it. You know what I'm saying? The way that it like it was pent up, like this shit is coming from someplace. Do you feel that? I'm asking you, is this some history
I
attached to
was.
this?
I think so. So like, I think it all comes from. I think it comes from Drake on. Kendrick on Control. I think when he said Drake's name in that way, Drake felt the way about it. He was like, "Why are you saying my name? I just put you on tour. I put you on my album. You had a solo song on my album. Why would you do that?" You know what I mean? So I think Drake felt the way, and then it just kind of escalated from there. It just kept escalating and escalating, and then whatever happening behind the scenes in the industry, you know, words was probably getting back to this person and that person and this, and it just started to spiral. And now we are where we are.
Right.
From what I'm hearing behind the scenes, Drake tried to squash it and put him on first person shooter. But Kendrick was like, nah, it's up. I don't we never addressed our issues. You know what I'm saying? And then when the record came out and he heard Cole, that's why he was like, all right, let me say what I gotta say. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
How did do you think it was people's perception or how they received that line about your best work as a light pack that interjected Daylyt? Because Daylyt seems to be a big integral part of this all of a sudden. And you said, you said yourself that that line wasn't about him. Why do you think Daylyt has been thrown into this?
I mean, Daylyt is an opportunist. I mean, he wanna catch the wave. I'm not mad at him trying to catch the wave, but like he was just, you got to think, Daylyt been grinding for so long. He finally gets a shot on Cole album with the Absol and Cole. So he's on this record. It's a that record is hard. And then Cole apologizes and it kind of takes away from that light. Now he's like, okay, what's next? I gotta troll my way to getting that attention. And that's what he's doing. Now think about it from this perspective. When I shot at Joe Budden back in 2017, it was just me that shot at Joe Budden. There's a version of my diss record that Light just jumped on. He just jumped on the end of the record and started dissing Joe Budden too for no reason. Just to
For
do
no
it.
reason.
Just to do it. You know what I'm saying? And people think that's the original version. It's not. You know, that's my man. Like I love Daylyt. But, you know, you gotta take everything with Daylyt with a grain of salt and be like, all right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And just appreciate the art. Just appreciate what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? It's not meant to be taken seriously.
The rumors of ghostwriters associated with Drake. What you got to say about that? This has been mentioned. This has been mentioned. The Quentin Miller incident happened. It seems like people say it. It's become louder and louder.
I mean, you know, niggas be ghostwriting. I mean, it's the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Like I think people get that confused. You know, when when people be like, "Yo, you would never hear Sean Price with a ghostwriter." Yeah, you wouldn't because he's writing all his own stuff because there's a threshold. He's not trying to capture a wider audience. He's not going to make a pop record. So no, there's no reason for him to ghostwrite or somebody like like a Jadakiss, right? Like there's no reason for that kind of accusation to happen because he's sticking to what he's trying to do. If somebody like Drake, he's doing world music. He's touring the world, and I'm not condoning it. I'm just giving people another way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? He got reggae music. He got Afrobeat music. He's singing, like he's doing all kind of different sounds. So it's like he's doing that. Do I agree with it? As long as he's not doing his timestamp records like that, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Hold
Like,
on. You said that he's doing that. In this thing of ours, if somebody is known to handle your pen, that disqualifies you from being mentioned in the top MCs, and they declared this whole battle the big three. How can you be amongst the big three or the big anything when there's ghostwriters associated with your catalog?
I wouldn't consider him an MC. I'm considering him an artist. He's a global artist. He's the biggest artist in the world, like, or one of them. He's like a top 4 or 5 artists in the world between Bad Bunny, Taylor Swift, He's not even competing with rappers. I don't
All
consider
right,
him.
but if he's not competing with rappers, why does he constantly find himself in lyrical warfare? He went through something with Common some years ago. He went through something with Meek Mill. He going through something right now with Drake. I mean with Kendrick Lamar. And you got to give me a better explanation, man. It's like he can't the rules can't change in this thing of ours. Now the Afro punk music and the reggae tone and all of that type of shit. I'm not an audience of that. That ain't what Gully TV do. But here, this thing of ours,
Right.
how how is that acceptable? How is that even acceptable?
Is it? But is it acceptable? Is the question.
Hell no, it ain't acceptable.
Nobody's accepted it. Who accepted it? Name somebody who said, "Okay, this is okay." Nobody. Not one person from the culture has said this is acceptable. Not one. You can't name anybody that
Right,
said that.
right.
So, like, I feel like what you're saying is valid. You know what I'm saying? It's very valid. The issue here is, you know, I still do believe that when it's time to write rhymes, that he writes his own rhymes. When it's time to actually rap, he raps. But anytime like it's some new age style where you got to use Yachty and he has to use a different flow, he's gonna get somebody else to help his pen. You know what I'm saying?
Technical foul.
Yeah, I'm not mad at.
Technical
I'm not mad at the time.
foul.
I'm not mad at the
Technical
time.
foul. Technical foul. He got to be removed from the conversation of being the great anything, man. If this is something that he's doing, I just would. Common had a battle with Ice Cube.
Right.
There was no mystery behind who said or did what, and that's what makes it dope. Like the MC has always been somebody who was revered for creativity. Like when you a regular person, you encountered a motherfucker that could rap growing up. You like, damn man, this motherfucker can rap. Like it's almost like a gift. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's similar to running to a basketball player that got a crazy handle and shit. Them niggas be gifted. And when you find that somebody is assisting, you know what I'm saying, with the art form, man, it just pisses all over the resume. And if this is something, if this is a practice that he's doing, I don't know if he's ever admitted to it. Then he should probably stand down on some of these battles because Pusha T and these different dudes that he being into it with, these niggas are really lyricists. There's never been any mystery attached to these guys' names. So I don't think that the rules should change for him. I don't. I don't. I think he should be roasted. You know what I'm saying? For duping people, if anything. And then the fact that he went and did the Tupac and the Snoop thing, that made me feel like here you go again with this bullshit. Like whenever the heat is on, it's like you find a window to jump out of and shit. You know what I'm saying? Whenever there's a confrontation, whenever it get hot, it just seemed like he do some funny shit now. When I seen that Tupac and Snoop thing, I'm like, anybody that'll do some shit like that, he's not confident in his pen. He's not confident in his pen. I just don't feel that he's confident as a pugilist if he has to resort to doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I started calling it the nerd battle, man, because all of this new shit just came into play that we never accepted.
Right.
People would be appalled if there was any witchcraft associated with Esco or Jadakiss or Beans, and people would be appalled. It just defeats the whole. It removes the mystique of an MC. You know what I'm saying? So I got a distaste for this type shit. If it's known or if people feel that this nigga fuck with ghostwriters, he should automatically be disqualified from any type of competition because the battles be mano a mano, not one man against five different writers and shit like that. That's just not fair.
Yeah, I mean it's not. I mean I don't think he's getting help with his diss records. I don't think he's getting help with his 2 a.m. and Calabasas records. I don't think he's getting help with his rap records.
We can't believe him. We can't, we can't believe him. We can't believe him. How did Little Yachty's name become associated with him? Let me ask you that.
I mean, again, I think it goes back to him pulling from. He's pulling from the youth to remain relevant. He's the only one that's been on top, or at least close to the top of music this long. You can't name anybody that's been at the top for 15 years
Right.
this long. Had at least one or two songs every year for 15 years, bro. That's not
And
easy to do.
he's using 15 years. I think a lot of other people are using their pen, and he using a collective organization of writers and shit like that, and that probably can contribute to some type of longevity. I just Mick, I'm fucked up about this shit, man. I needed help. That's why I called you here,
No, no,
man.
no, no, no. You good, you good. But I also think that, you know, I don't know how have you ever been I can only imagine. Yes, you've been to studio sessions, right? Right? And you know how the studio sessions work. You could be in a studio session with somebody and just say something, and that could end up on a verse.
Oh, I'm gonna use that. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah, right? Like, so it's just that he took it to the extreme and he got caught. He got caught. He got caught. Producers are no longer just sending beats, Gully. They sending hooks and they sending verses. And niggas is taking it and they just shifting it around. This has been happening for about 15, 20 years now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just that he got caught. He got caught, Gully. Everybody else didn't get caught. He got caught. Let
Right.
that simmer. Let that
Yeah.
simmer. It's Nick. Like, I'm an Esco fan. I love Esco. I love Nas. But there's always been these rumblings, right? When Cormega, he said that, right, on the diss record. On that diss record with Cormega, he said, I wrote some of Illmatic. You never
Yeah.
heard that diss record where he said that?
Nah, I heard about it. I never heard it myself. I
So
heard
there's a
somebody mention it.
right. Then the J Electronica thing, when he said I wrote some of that stuff on the N album, right? On the Untitled joint. And then Stick had to come back and walk it back, right? Then he's working with Quentin Miller.
Esco?
Yes, Quentin Miller is credited with working with Nas.
This is fucked up, man.
I mean, listen, it's literally it's the music business. It's the music business. I'm not saying people are writing for Esco, but he's collaborated with people.
Right. I've always said this, right? I've said this on my platform many times. In the event that a MC tries to cater to the audience, I think that it's going to be fucked up. What I mean by that is when I drop something, I'm giving you Gully TV.
Right.
I've developed a fan base on my offering. At no time have I tried to chase money or say, yo, I'm gonna do this, they gonna love this.
Right.
Because it don't come out right then. You know what I'm saying? It don't come out right. Like I never tried to stray away from my passion and shit. I think if people are in studios and their objective is to make money, then it's gonna fuck up the art form. It's gonna fuck everything up.
I mean, it's all about. I mean, you got to also think. Drake he's Canadian, bro. He's not from New York. He's not from the East Coast. We have a different standard. You know what I'm saying? And our standard is built in our culture. Hip hop started from New York. There's a pride in putting your content together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that goes for anybody that loves the culture of hip hop. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But also collaboration happens, right? And I'm not saying that Quentin Miller wrote a whole verse for Nas. That's not what I'm saying. But he's credited on Nas's album as a co-writer,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
J Electronica is credited on Nas's album as a co-writer. It happened.
Damn. I just have to. I'm looking at the comments and I want to correct some because Meg is my guy. I'm pretty sure you probably have.
I never said that Nas had ghostwriters. But this is the record. I'm gonna pull it up because we love Mega. I love Mega too. Like,
And Nas on One Love, he blatantly said, "What up with Cormega? Did you see him or y'all together?" Which means Cormega was locked up during the, you know what I'm saying, the composition of Illmatic. Just want to
Right.
clarify that.
So the song is called Nas Diss. I mean Poetry. And on that, this was all on the P Cutter mixtapes. And on this tape, on this song, this is the song right here. Cormega, Poetry, Nas Diss. That's what he said. He said it on the song.
Okay.
Some of the songs that he wrote.
We got a reference track. Everybody, y'all can go and look that up. All things popping. I appreciate your super chat. Drake is out of touch as a non-FBA. Said K. Dot rap like he freeing the slaves, blackface, and the Tupac AIBS. What black American would do any of that? Thank you, man. How long do you think this will go on after meet the Grams? I felt this shit is over with. I felt that there was no coming back from that. That's a bad motherfucker, man. He was rapping in third person. He was rapping in third person. He was talking to his mother. He was talking to his father. Then he turned around and addressed to him. I just felt that was a dazzling performance, man. That was enough for me. That was enough for me. What do you expect this thing to go now?
I think Kendrick is gonna stop when Kendrick decides he wants it to stop. You see, he just dropped an hour ago.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna drop on Monday. He's probably gonna drop on Wednesday. He's gonna keep going until he decides he wants it to stop. And that's a scary space to be in. If I'm Drake, I'm like, what? What do you do? What do you do with that? You know what I'm saying? The only thing that he can do is he gotta call up Flex and just go up to Flex and just start rhyming. That's the only thing he can do to save him. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Right now, what's the score in your book?
Oh, I got like 3-1 or 4-1. It's kind of clear right now. It's not looking good for Aubrey. Aubrey, he gonna have to respond at some point, if not tomorrow, Monday.
The shit that Kendrick said on Meet the Grams, man, it was so potent. I just don't feel that there's no escaping or no that. How can you punch back? Like you when you see two niggas fighting, you like, man, damn, hit him back.
I
what
think,
what type
yo,
of defense do you mount when a motherfucking one thing about the truth is enlightenment. It's enlightenment. You could feel it. You
I
could
I
feel it.
just I I don't think I don't think I don't think Drake was expecting that. I think Drake was expecting to drop this joint and be done, and it kind of looked like Kendrick is a psychopath at this point, like because we were scheduled, me and you scheduled to get on at 9. We got on at 9. He dropped at 8, bro, and we wasn't. Imagine if you would have listened to the record before we got on, we would be talking about that record. Like that's different, bro. And I'm hearing he got more. I'm hearing he got more, bro. I'm hearing he gonna drop, if not tomorrow, Monday.
Yeah. After this, whenever this is over with, and mind you, Rick Ross jumped on his ass too. Um, did Drake still have a seat at the cool table? Is he removed from the cool table?
I mean, I think people already removed him from it. It's just he's making music. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to remove. It's hard to remove the nigga that's giving everybody the hits. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just hard to. But
but I have to interject this. I say this all the time. LL Cool J said on the Booming System, you know what's funky, 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 because you heard it from hearsay. The jam that you love that don't be getting no airplay. So them songs, the sales and all of that shit, that don't got nothing to do with dope, man. We want dope.
of course we do.
Yeah.
But niggas is not turning down. We could take him from the cool table, but niggas is not turning down no Drake feature, bro. Benny said he had one. Benny, I got a Drake feature. Of course, Benny gonna get a Drake feature. Who's gonna turn down a Drake feature? There's instant money.
Yeah.
Nobody's turning that down. It's Drake, bro.
That shit is the money is corrupting the art form, man. I've seen bum niggas come and fire it the fuck up on the mic. Like if you on Instagram, you'll see a motherfucker put the camera on a bum on the street and he'll air that shit out. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm tied to that. I'm tied to the dope aspect of it, man. I just hate that, niggas gotta pay their bills and shit like that, man. But I would never ever corrupt what I built for any type of payment. I wouldn't.
Mm.
I wouldn't, man. I wouldn't. I swear to God. I just turned down a movie role. It would have been my second film. I read the script. I was very, very happy about it. I got to one incident in this script and I called him and I said, yo, I can't do this. He said, why? I said, because I'm Gully TV.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm Gully TV, man. I can't play a subservient role or some shit. If I'm not projected as a boss or alpha, and it wasn't nothing, it wasn't like no fruity shit or nothing like that. But if it's anything that's far removed from my actual character, I can't do it and fuck the movie. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that.
No. I think that's valid. Like I think a lot of people would turn down movie roles. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's an integrity piece. There's a lot of people that would turn down, 6ix9ine features, right? I see somebody in the comments say that, but then there's some people that, Kodak really, Kodak took that million, B. He was gonna need that million. Nicki was probably gonna need that million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some people, they don't care. They like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but others stand their ground. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
In the words of the great Craig Mack, you won't be around next year.
That's true. I haven't heard anything from him from
You know what I'm
6ix9ine.
saying? If you do any funny shit, you will not be around this motherfucker next year. So to all of y'all that feel that it's cool to leap out of bag, all money ain't good money.
All
You
money
know what I
ain't good
mean?
money.
The turtle ultimately eats. So
I agree.
I stand with the turtle, man. The righteous turtle, man, will feed himself, man. Just bungee jumping for whatever that it just don't end good. So Mick, before we get up out of here, I need you to give my viewers some insight on exactly what the pendulum is. Is this a university? Is this a curriculum for MCs? Explain your whole platform.
Yeah. So I started a school for hip hop and lyricism to teach younger people how to rhyme, as well as help the older people kind of refresh their skills. I see a lot of times people say that they don't like where hip hop is. The reason why hip hop is where it's at because nobody took the younger people, put their arm around them, and showed them how to actually rhyme and showed them how to actually do what it is that needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? As I've been going into the school systems, there's a lot of push for production, teaching them production, but they're not teaching them actually how to rhyme. You know what I mean? So like I created a curriculum where we teach MCs how to rhyme. We help them rhyme on beat, and we also have a mental health courses would let them kind of express themselves and what they're going through in their lives. It's all virtual. We have business classes. We teach them how to create content. And then once a month, we bring in legendary MCs to teach virtually as well.
Right.
So far this year, this is the street year. So we had Cassidy in March. We had Freeway last year. We got Styles this month. Styles is pulling up. May 22nd. We got Crooked Eye next month. We got Rhapsody in August. We got Beanie Siegel in September. We got Jadakiss in October, and we got T.I. in November. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And they get a chance to interact with these artists, ask them questions, teach them their styles, how they write their rhymes, what they do when it comes to creating music. And we give them opportunities by having them either the older people either having them teach our students or in their respective cities, and we also assist them in putting their music out as well. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying our best to push the culture forward, man, and it's all black owned. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So like that's the important thing. You know what I mean?
When you say teach somebody how to rhyme, How the fuck do you do that? How do you teach somebody how to rhyme? I need a little bit of help, man, because I'm like, damn, I should have took this course some time ago.
Yeah, I mean, it takes time, you know what I'm saying? But we give them homework. We teach them, what I'm saying, multisyllabics. We teach them about simile, wordplay, metaphor, double entendre, storytelling, how to rhyme on a beat, music notes. We teach them all of these things. It's like a week by week process, and we treat it like a real school. So if somebody's super whack or somebody's never rhymed before, you can join, and in 4 years, I guarantee you'll be nice.
Wow. Wow.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
dope, man. Before I get up out of here, man, I highly suggest we might have to send Aubrey through the pendulum. Hey, yo,
Yo,
this
that's
nigga
crazy.
keep relying on ghostwriting and all this witchcraft and shit. Like, that's what I call it, witchcraft, when they doing all this slick shit.
Yo, it's
We might
crazy
have to
because
take the course, man.
it's crazy, Gully. We had Quentin Miller teach a class in March. We had him teach. He taught a songwriting class in March, and he spoke about some things, in terms of songwriting and how he was able to help Drake do some of the songs. Like, yo, this is a real thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying my best to continue to push it forward and bring all of my artist friends in to help, paying them to come in and do it, giving back to my peers as well as giving back to the people that signed up. You know what I mean?
Right. That's dope as fuck. Why don't you tell my viewers where they can contact you out and how they can join the university?
Yeah. Sign up at penduluminc.com, pendulumink.com, or you can hit me at mickey.factz on Instagram, or Mickey Factz on Twitter, or official Mickey Factz on Facebook. If there's anybody that's a rhymer, I'm actually giving away 3 scholarship slots for the entire year. DistroKid gave us money to pay for 3 students to come for the entire year. That means you get a chance to learn our business courses, our content courses. You get a chance to interact with these MCs. You get a chance to come to our graduation, which is in person. We had an in-person graduation in Atlanta with Bun B as the commencement speaker. Last year, I was the commencement speaker. This year is in Brooklyn. 2025 is in Brooklyn. Q-Tip is the commencement speaker. It's all in person. It's no joke. We got Justice League sending us beats, Pete Rock sending us beats for our students to rhyme over, all original. We are doing this the right way. So sign up with us, man. Tap in.
You a very brilliant, gifted black man. The way you spoke this shit about the university and the commencement ceremonies and shit, that shit is as dope as a motherfucker, man. And I got to pull up at one of y'all graduations, so keep me in tune, man. I
Yeah,
gotta come
yeah.
through and see that shit.
Yeah. February, March 2nd. Come on, man. Just reach out to me. I got you. Just pull up, man. Just pull up.
All right, I'm gonna get up off here, man. We got another song to listen to, Mick. I appreciate your time, man. Give me a drop before you get up out of here, please.
Yes. Yo, it's your boy Mickey Factz, CEO, founder, and dean of students at Pendulum Inc. And when I'm trying to get the know-it-all when it comes to the streets and anything with knowledge, I'm tuning in to Gully TV. Keep it locked.
From the dean. I'm a high piece, Mick. I'm gone.